Hey folks, welcome to another Water Trek 360. It's my last day here in Barbados and I'm doing the wreck of the Stavronikita. Let's check it out. The Stavronikita. She sits about 8 miles north of Carlisle Bay, located just over 1,000 feet west of the Folkestone Marine Park. Follow the little diver around to see where you are on the wreck at any given time. While this site normally has little current and you can see most of the wreck, if you've seen any of my other videos on Barbados, the week I went was out of the norm. This day we had maybe 30-foot visibility and a strong surface current due to the stiff breeze and some chop in the water. This famous wreck is one of the premier dive sites in Barbados and is a popular destination. She sits upright and intact. You can hit her bow at roughly 75 feet of water and the stern around 100. If you go to the sand by the propeller, it's about 135 feet. She was scuttled as an artificial reef November 28, 1978. This is one of my longer wreck videos, but the Stav is such a large wreck. Just hang in there for the full experience. The Stav has quite the history. She was built in 1956 in Helsingør, Denmark as a general cargo vessel and commissioned as the Ohio. She's a large vessel, 365 feet long with a 50-foot beam and a draft of 23 feet. She could hit 14 knots. She plied the Atlantic as the Ohio until 1971 when she was renamed the Vasia after a purchase by a Greek shipping company called Tutsa. She was renamed again the Stavronikita in 1976 by Larnax Sia Naviera, another Greek shipping company, after the Eastern Orthodox monastery at Mount Athos in Greece. That career was short-lived. In August of 1976, the Stav was carrying a cargo of cement to Barbados from Ireland when a fire overwhelmed her and she was towed to port. Reportedly, there were several deaths. She remained in Barbados for 2 years before being purchased for $30,000 by Barbados to be used as a dive site. After being cleaned and prepped, 200 pounds of explosives were used to sink her. Her bow points due east towards the shore. While she was cleared of most fittings likely to trap divers, regardless, she's a large ship and still dive with caution. She is deep and large enough to get lost inside. This wreck is now home to numerous fish and corals, barracuda, squirrelfish, black bar, soldier fish, as well as deep water sea fans and yellow tube sponge. This video is shot solely with an iPhone 16 Pro. After making our way down the port side, we finally arrived at the stern. On this day, I maxed out about 125 feet. As always, please ensure you do all your safety stops, and especially be careful if you exceed 100 feet. On the starboard side near the stern, there's a huge hole from the explosives where you can penetrate into the engine room if you have the time and the equipment. We headed back towards the bow. I will go back and do the stab again, hopefully on a clearer day, and actually get to do some penetration. This is a big wreck. You need at least 3 to 4 dives on it to get the full appreciation. On this day, Robert, my dive partner, and I had the wreck to ourselves. If you do go to Barbados, make a plan to dive this awesome wreck, as well as the many other wrecks in Carlisle Bay. Watch for my videos on those. Anyway, my friends, stay safe in your dive adventures, and until next time, go explore, get wet,